I just want us to go around and respond to 4 lines, actually 3 lines from Walt Whitman from Canto 5, just to say something about it. And I'll read the lines. It's the second stanza of Canto 5 of Song of Myself. And I'll read the lines, and I'll just invite a few of us to comment, okay? And we'll start with Dave Poplar. Loaf with me on the grass, loose the stop from your throat. Not words, not music or rhyme I want, not custom or lecture, not even the best. Only the lull I like, the hum of your valved voice. It's a great, great stanza. So, Dave, do you want to say something to start us off, and then I'll call randomly on a few people to add to it. What do you think?
Can I think about it for a minute?
Yes, you can.
Also,
Okay.
one quick thing. If Barbara's still listening, I wanted to ask if she'd be willing to share her syllabus for poetry of educational philosophy.
Great. When she emails us, we'll make sure
Yes,
that we
please.
get that passed around. Davey, what are your thoughts about this passage of Whitman? It's amazing, but how, why?
For me, it's doing a lot of what Song of Myself is doing gesturally overall, which is trying to produce in the form of the poem a kind of like noise, a kind of like have the poem be what the sound that your body would produce
Right.
if your body were only producing sound without it being curated, without trying
Right.
to sing a song, without
Right.
trying to produce a lecture,
Right.
and to have a feeling and have a rhythm and a cadence as you read the poem that you're being asked, if you're reading the poem aloud,
Yes.
to speak in a cadence and to produce sounds that are closest to what's most basic to human expression.
What the body makes when it combines larynx and tongue and mouth.
Yeah.
It's a physical thing.
Yeah.
And it's very, very of great interest in the field of contemporary poetics now, obviously. But there was Walt talking about that. Something, I mean, I don't think he would use the word essence, but something elemental, right? That which is constituting the sound that we make prior to the making of words that became deemed poetic, prior to the music and rhyme, which is what we think of as, you know, modern in the sense of from the Renaissance on, and not custom or lecture, so not tradition or someone talking at you, talking head poet. So, you know, something lullish about it, yeah. Amber Rose, what are you thinking when you hear David say this or when you read Whitman say this?
I mean, I think it's a really beautiful stanza because if Whitman is saying this to his lover, right, and says, I don't even want the best. I don't even want the best of what you could possibly offer. Just the fact of you. Just come close and breathe with me is a beautiful kind of unbounded love. Like,
Yeah.
it's the kind of love, I don't need you to do a whole lot. I just love the fact
I just
of
want
you.
some tongue. No,
No,
please say-
Al, that's precisely not what he's
okay.
saying.
But the hum of your valved voice. There's something.
Al.
Okay, start over. Sorry.
Well, even that, I mean,
think I disagree.
well,
I
the tongue,
I put it
if
in
it's
a
just a
colloquial
tongue
kind
at
of. It's
rest,
not sexual.
maybe.
I'm saying that what he wants from the person he loves is pre-linguistic. Is just the way we are when we use utterances.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, but you know, in the next stanza, he does talk about a tongue plunging to his heart. So
Yeah, he
that
does.
that tongue does come later.
Yeah, but not later, Amber Rose. It
Well,
comes next.
immediately, it's right now. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, you know, parting the shirt from my bosom bone and plunge your tongue. So, but that tongue
But
is
it's-
informed by what you're saying, which is the tongue that's basically human, not just sexual, but the most elemental thing that we do with our bodies when we mean something, when we signify.
Can I go after this?
Yeah, please. And then we're going to get to the phone.
My point is related to this. I actually on rereading this time I ended up focusing a lot on the way in which the sexual partner, the person who is desired, is sort of on top of or the same as the reader, who is also on top of or the same as the writer,
Yes.
Whitman. Which I think this is a good spot for it. And another good spot is that I'm the teacher of athletes.
Right.
Canto. Is that what they're called? section.
It's fine. Song section.
So I've just been thinking about this a lot, and I think this is an interesting one where like you can imagine a scene of a person next to another person loafing on the grass together, but this is also an issue of you being in the scene of reading, you being the reader, and this is an issue of him writing. So he's talking about losing the stop from his own throat, but also from yours. That obviously has like a desire connotation to it. I think it's like somewhere between what both of you are saying, like. You're talking about a sort of, to use a word that I actually do mean positively, like a baseness to it. And I think you're talking about something like loftier, more abstracted. I think it's somewhere between, or maybe both, in the sense that there is a physicality to it and there is a pre-verbal thing. But there's also something really important about the intellect and the mind and the language being used.
Yeah.
So it's something about understanding in a pre-verbal and significantly
Yes.
post-verbal way.
Yeah, and I think at the very end of the course, when we begin to realize what Tracy Morris does when
Yeah.
she enacts the voice and the body for the sake of big ideas that she's thinking, that performance becomes almost Whitmanian in the sense that it rejects custom lecture rhyme music, but it offers a new kind of music, the kind of music that is commonist, bass, etc., and also improvised, therefore not customary.